Hello everyone, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now, in the last episode, I was working on delivering the happiness needs of our scholars, and of course this is part of the overall scheme of delivering everything to every tier of resident tier by tier, which has been going on for quite a while now. And we are almost done with the scholars. We're about to round the corner of what I think is the last, one of the top 3 most difficult goods that we had to make in the game, which is scooters. So that's going to be a tough one. We got to go to the New World. We're obviously using the New World Rising DLC to pull together an item like that, and it can be a little bit tricky. Demands a lot of our space in the New World. Perhaps not as tricky as fans, but pretty close. So after that, I'm pretty confident that we should be able to get full satisfaction across the entire playthrough fairly easily after that, because every tier of resident beneath the scholars, even the ones in the Arctic, not that difficult. Now, the other 2 complicated goods we're going to be working on are New World Reports and Arctic Reports, both extremely unique items in the game that can only be generated by having a specific item. And that item, we're in the process of researching or procuring this person as we speak. 3 minutes left to go. And that's going to be for the Arctic Science Reporter, and then we're also going to get the New World Science Reporter as well. Now, while we're waiting for that to happen, I thought we should buff up our influence. Of course, we're going to need new Arctic lodges or trade unions or the equivalent. And to get more of that, we need more influence. I've spent a little bit at the moment on newspapers that are currently running. A little propaganda doesn't hurt. But after that, should be good. Now, you may have noticed just at the beginning, the telephones had fallen down. It's coming back up now. Basically, I just forgotten to add it to a route. Once I've been doing all this trade route overhauling, some of these goods have fallen through the cracks, and because they had thousands in storage, it took a while. It takes a while for you to notice that you actually hadn't included it. I've just added it actually to the same route where I was bringing clay pipes over. So in the last episode, we set up clay pipes to arrive at Lusk. Not much time has passed between episodes, so it hasn't arrived yet. I'm assuming it's going to be okay. But the telephones are all down there, so not really a problem. They're on their way up now, and they are actually made at about the same rate. I think the clay pipes demand is 4 tons per minute, whereas the telephones is 5, so should be fine to keep it on 1 slot, and the fans are totally fine as well. I think they're on like 9 per minute, something like that. Anyways, let's hop on over to the New World, and let's run a championship game. Foot the ball! Alright, what's going on here? You're out of citrus? How are you out of citrus? There's thousands in storage. Are you not near a warehouse? There's a warehouse right there. What's the problem? There's 1,100 in storage. Am I witness to a bug right now? We're connected to a road. There's a warehouse right there. I didn't change anything. Storage now has 5 out of 6. I think the thing was literally loading or unloading right as I was speaking. And this isn't particularly busy or full. Strange. Very strange indeed. But we're off again. I love that they use the scooters, by the way. It's so cool. All right. What we doing? Oh yeah. The stadium. Football championship. Let's go. Highest possible reward. Let's see what we got. Alright, so they need costumes, which we got plenty of. 1,150. We're out of champagne. Tortillas are fine, and furs are kind of low. So maybe let's do a shipment of... I'm just going to write it down because I often forget these things. 120 champagne, and then furs, as many as we can carry, but we only need 70. Alright, let's queue up a ship from the old world to bring this stuff over. Might be worth having that automated at some point in the future, but right now I think it's okay. So we'll just grab anyone who's not too busy here. And we'll go to Champagne. Let's see if we've got some in reserve. We do indeed. So they needed 120, so we'll just bring 150, and then the rest can be furs. Bear fur. Yeah, furs 70. Alright, another 3 hundo. Off you go to the New World, to Manola, and I will see you later. Alright, good. So, once that's off in the background, now we're going to be generating a little bit of influence. When we get the extra influence, we can then have a look at where we want to put down in the New World here this reporter, and also in the Arctic the reporter. That will generate us the reports, obviously. Alright, so, oh, yes, the important thing though is that we'll also need an airship, of course, to take it from one island to the other. I assume these things have to be done by air, right? It is mail, after all. I don't actually technically know. I guess, I'm pretty sure it is mail. Let me just have a look. I'm pretty sure at the airport it actually does tell you, right? That there's a category for it. So let's see. Yeah, so it's obviously mail. Okay, cool. Any mail that is loaded will be delivered. Bonk. If it cannot be processed or stored, it'll be discarded. So the good thing here is that I really only need an airship. I could have one airship go collect both, in theory, right? What's our consumption rates of this? I haven't looked at, I've done any prep for this or looked at any of this stuff, so we'll have a look at mail. Overseas mail, local mail, regional mail. Do we have New World reports? We do, actually. It's in there. It just doesn't have the word mail in it. So it's only 3 tons. 3 for the NW, the New World. And what about the Arctic? 3 as well. And it's only the scholars that consume them, and we don't have scholars anywhere else but this island. So that makes it a relatively simple thing to figure out, right? We have one airship, perhaps, with 2 slots on it, delivering mail and collecting it. So I've got a ship here actually doing that, so we need one of these, a Calibri. Okay, let's see if we can get one made right now. It's been a while since we've actually made a new ship. We have all the components, so let's go. 12 minutes it says it's going to take. So what I could do is, we could take this off the route and just use this one. What are you carrying? Movement speed, loading speed. Yeah, loading speed is going to be important for something that's picking up from the Arctic. Airship cargo loader. I wonder, do I have any others of those in reserve? Airship. There we go. Well, maybe don't need to get the exact same guy. It says we've got 12. Are they... Oh, there's 7 in swords right now. Perfect. Great. Okay, cool. So we'll move them over. We're making these guys in the New World, so we'll just move them over through the airport. Oh, yeah. Got loads of orchard stuff waiting to be transferred over. So let me go airship cargo loader. It would help if I spelt it correctly. So what do you do? Equipped in airships, movement speed 15%. So the ones that I was going to build only actually have one. Airship logistician. Loading speed 75%. Doesn't help movement speed or cargo slowdown. This guy is a pretty good all-rounder. What about you? The elite gunship. Nah.
You can take all the credit for any finds I made. You
Nope.
have no choice. I'm absolutely sure.
No, I didn't. Yeah, it was a tough choice. I thought about it for a very long time, Benty, but then I decided ultimately no. Alright, we'll move all these guys over. And we'll equip them in the airship once it gets made. We'll just speed up time then, I guess. Just a little bit until that happens. But we can still prepare. So I know that if we have a look at the item itself, we're going to be doing it in the Arctic first. I'm assuming there's an Arctic lodge somewhere here that we can make use of. But it has been a while. Wow, really? There's not one. Oh, there's one over there. So I guess I don't ever use them for optimizing buildings rather than doing anything with the population. Great thing now with delivering all the different lifestyle is that we're up to 700 just in reserve, not doing anything. So we can decommission large places, like large parts of this outpost, as it were, because it's just not needed, and they're just more mouths to feed. So let's do that. Feels a little bad, but we'll get rid of like a group here. So just ultimately don't need them, and we'll stick in an Arctic lodge. Maybe we could even put it somewhere like
This city is a
this would
magnet
actually
for
probably be more
genius.
central thinking about it. So maybe we'll just move these guys over. Yep. And for now, we can just copy those ones. Why not? So we'll put the Arctic lodge right in the middle here. Boom. And now we can get a bunch of things, right? Thanks to the unlimited influence, basically. Where we can just keep getting reduction of needs, more workforce, things like that. I might have to actually think about what I really want, but workforce needed. Well, obviously these are affecting different things. Let's see. Explorer? I don't have anything that affects explorer shelters. Technicians? Yeah, they seem to be all for different things. I haven't really looked at Arctic items, I'm just going to be honest. So I'll have a look at them maybe after this episode. I should have made a note of that beforehand. I just didn't do it. Right. Let's hop back over to the old world. We surely have gotten that reporter by now. Yep, we're getting the New World reporter. So the Arctic one should be down here. And if we have maybe a ship that can go pick her up and send her up north, because I can't transfer, there's no airport up north, so we'll just have to actually send them via ship. Airship would be good, but I don't have one made yet. Maybe we'll wait for the Calibri, because that would be pretty quick to just move her over. How much longer do we have? We're halfway done on that, so that's going to take 6 minutes. Alright, we'll speed up time just a little further. Let's transfer some of those items in then, just so we can free up our airport. I haven't played this game in maybe like a week. so fun. Coming back to it, it's like, this is great. But anyway. Oh wow, there's a bunch of them here already anyway. So these are items, I should talk through some of these items and why they're here. There's two reasons actually. I also had a ship just stationed down here for quite a while. Might bring it back. Just pick it. I just forgot. Obviously, we don't need to use the Research Institute all the time. We can constantly get items from here. So I was like, just show me everything for orchards, and I just kept buying them. So maybe like 2 or 3 times. That's pretty cool. Benty traveling around. She's got tons of airships. Should be able to lease those. But yeah, so I just bought like tons of items, and I was just having a look, like randomly rolling and seeing what different ones we could get. That's why the prices I think are kind of expensive right now, at 88,000 a pop. Although I don't know, maybe it hasn't. I can't remember if it's been a while or not. Oh no, obviously not, because the reroll is only 5,000. Yeah, okay. Well, fair enough. Our ship is almost here actually, so we can check. Okay, cool. We've got the other guy now as well, or girl, whatever. And we're gonna wait until this is loaded up and produced, and then we're going to send it over to here to pick up the thing that makes it move faster, and then we'll send it off to the old world, pick up the characters, go to the Arctic, get our reports going, and then get it shipping these things over. So a little bit of a logistics mess there. Alright, so items. So I want to get everything to do with orchards because it just feels like I constantly need them, and we'll just have a look at the items then after the fact. There's probably like great things I'm missing out on. When you got unlimited money, like, we're okay. This one's actually pretty good, Volume 3, because you get coffee, tobacco, coca. Productivity is 25%, and the workforce is only 23 increase, which, relatively speaking, isn't that bad for these items, because often they bump them by a lot. Make extra sugar. What did that say? What shape is a banana anyway? Volume 2. That's... re-rendering, and that's probably enough for a while. I did already do this, like I said, once or twice in between episodes, and I've got a lot of duplicates now, I think. So it was just one of those things where it's like I'm so used to the Research Institute that I forgot that the main way you're supposed to get items is trading from other characters and trading from the NPCs. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Oh, it's out. It's out and about. Look at the speed of this thing. We'll be shipping these guys over no problemo. Oh, you know what I just realized? Why not bring them here? Instead of going to the old world? That wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so trade union items. Let's just go like that. Let's just select all items, and then I'll type reporter. Here we go. Oh, we already had one, actually. Oh, we got them both now. Why am I not moving both, you ask? Because I don't want to. How about that? Alright. So one of them can stay here. We just have to ship one of them up north. So you're the New World Science reporter. Highly respected scientific authority apart from that one article on the medicinal benefits of ingesting mashed parrot. An accomplished penguinologist. Didn't, that's all she's known for, I guess. Alrighty, let's get her. And then we need our item that's going to make us move faster. So we'll go like this. And there you are. Pop you on here. Alright, so to the Arctic. Finally. We'll just have to go to King William Island. Okay. It's as easy as that. Now, seeing as we're here and we're waiting anyway, we may as well put down a... Ah, we can't. We're out of influence. So how are we doing with this? Has our ship arrived? God, it's all coming together. Oh, the music. It's my time-lapse music. I haven't heard this in the New World in a long time. It's such good music. I'm not going to leave the theater now for a while. So 21 minutes left to go on the thing. How far along are we? Yep, they've got everything. They're just waiting on the 2 others to arrive. I'll take this time while I'm waiting, actually, and listening and enjoying the music, to let you know that I'm probably going to start a City Skylines playthrough. A lot of people have asked me for a long time to do that. Obviously, the new game is being announced. I'm guessing, I'm going to age this episode dearly, but I'm guessing that around, in the next week or so, I couldn't even tell you what date it is right now. It's the 7th of June that I'm recording. I'm guessing in the next week or so, the PC Gaming Show and the Future Games Show and all these Summer Games Fest things that are happening, that we'll probably see something from City Skylines 2. They did say that it's supposed to be coming out this year. I find it hard to believe that, but they did say it, so we'll see. But if that's the case, I thought it'd be a good idea to maybe get a series up and running for the older game, just to get even a bit more re-familiar with it. I won't have very high expectations for it. It's an old game. There's already bigger, very awesome YouTubers that are really good at the game out there. I've played it for about 100 hours. I know the game fairly well over the last few years, but not in a tremendous amount of time. You know, by comparison, I've got over 1,000 in Anno. So, you know, it should just be a fun thing to kind of play through. A couple of mods thrown on there and see how people respond to it, and then just kind of get my feet wet before City Skylines 2. I just hope it's not bad. It's a lot to live up to. All the DLCs and expectation that comes with the previous game, you know, it's going to be hard to, I think, match that. And Paradox are kind of known for, they release a game like CK3 or something, and I like CK3, but a lot of the fans of CK2 would tell you that it doesn't have a lot of the features that were in that previous game, because in some ways, how can it? You know, it's 10 years of features that came from updates and DLC that is kind of then expected at the beginning. So it's going to be tricky to see if they can even deliver on a fraction of what the mods do. You know, a lot of the mods are allowing free placement of things and improved road connection tools, improved traffic, all this kind of cool stuff. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it either way. Looking forward to what they show. And speaking of that, just one last thing. Frostpunk 2. June 11th, they say they're showing more. So I'm really excited for that. Frostpunk is one of my favorite games almost ever. So really looking forward to seeing what they do with that. Anyways, enough time has probably passed that this is being loaded up. We don't have to worry about it, but we should have our guy in the Arctic now. Oh, the timing. The timing. Alright, she's in. We threw her down, parachuted in. Get in there. Alright, so how does this work? Extra goods are made in the post office. Ah. Okay, well, we've got a post office right here. And it's not on, but we can turn it on now, because we definitely have enough people. And it's not overlapping any other radius. So now we're making post or mail up here. Great. And that will grow our explorers by 1 per household, and our technicians by 3 per household. Now, we've got another one down here, but you see, they changed the game when they made the mail system to have these post offices won't reach everybody. They kind of operate in weird ways now, because I'm trying to square this in my mind. Like, is it still considered, do you need to be near a post office? Yes, but it doesn't need to be turned on. You just need to be near one. So that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. So that's like I can't believe they kind of just left it that way, because I'm not a game designer, but I was gonna say, like, for game design philosophy, that's an inconsistency, I would say, at the very least, that you now have to be near a building that doesn't need to be on to get the thing it makes. Like, that's weird. But I know it's a legacy thing, I guess. And I suppose for people without the DLC, I suppose that's how it would still work. If you only had the Arctic DLC, you could still put down a post office, but it probably would never activate, right? I mean, that's messy, but yeah. Oh well. Anyways, the good news is that we're now making extra goods. So every 3 cycles, is it? Every 3 cycles, we make Arctic reports. And this is how many houses that we're currently gathering up. Let's put another one there. Well, to be honest, we didn't need to do that. Just move someone who could do with being closer. I remember when I laid this place out, it took me so long. And now we've got such a massive population, I can downsize it massively. I can't wait to do that in a big time lapse. Making the Arctic as efficient as possible is going to be fun. Okay, so let's just check then production-wise. Arctic reports. Oh, that's not good. We're only making 1. We need 3. Uh-oh. That's difficult then, isn't it? That's really difficult, because look at the range of this. So you're telling me I'm going to need her in multiple places, probably, right? We'd probably have to put her... Oh, man. Wonder would it be better to be in radius of that? Probably not. This looks like it covers more households. What I'm thinking is, should I be putting her in one of the trade unions up here as well? Because these have post offices too, but these are using other items. So affects explorer. So workforce is increased 15% with this, but I don't really need that anymore if we deliver the lifestyle. I don't need explorers up here at all. I only need technicians. So if we get rid of that item, throw her in there, and then the post office is here, then that's another place making posts, and then we'd have to put her in another one. Oh man, that's really tough actually then. Alright, well let's head back here. We're going to have to research a couple more of the Arctic variant. That's much tougher than I thought, just for the produce we're getting. Because it's every 3 cycles. I wonder then, is there an item that I could do to buff the amount of cycles, right? That would be the next logical step. It's like, okay, if you're only getting it every 3 cycles, can we increase post cycles at all? I don't think you can. I think it's just based on how many houses are around you, right? So I'm looking at where could we squeeze in some houses. Let's start doing that now. Why not? Grab one there. So I'm just looking for where heating already exists. These ones have lost heating for some reason. Oh no, it's Arctic flu. Okay. So there's no heating. I'm looking at the pipes on the road, of course. So there's no heating in that area. And with the terrain shape, the way the terrain is, I don't know you can get that much more. So for instance, this can go up here. This can come down. So it'll generate a little extra for us. Little extra, but not nearly what we need. But it might be what we need when we combine it with another island. So let's go Arctic reports. That's 2. Hey, that's 2. That's not bad. So in that case, maybe only one more is needed then. So that's not too bad at all. So at 355%, we're basically getting... Yeah, but it's increasing still, obviously. Alright, I guess I'll probably leave it at that. Let's just quickly look up items and see if there's anything that affects postal... What's it called? Just post office or postal office? Post office, okay? Let's type in post office.
Fire is out of control.
It's just these two, isn't it then? Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. But yeah, nothing's going to buff the production rates then. And I don't know... Let's have a read. Maybe if more people were living in these houses, like, then they'd get more. So local mail is collected by post offices and boxes. The efficiency with which these buildings collect mail increases with the number of residents in their radius. Yeah. Okay, so that in theory means that if these guys are all technicians, it would probably be better than explorers, right? Because that's more people to get post from. So there's 19 out of 25 in these ones. There's 26 out of 50 in these ones. Interesting. This is so far down though. If you were up there. Let me just test this up then. Just as a temporary measure, let's maybe move these just somewhere, just for a minute. Let's bring this down here. So now we're affecting this. We'll turn this one off and turn this one on. They can't both be on at the same time anyway. So now I'll be curious to see how much we're making. It's still 2. It's climb. We'll see it climb though, but I think it'll probably stay at 2. I was just curious because now they're covering technicians. They're covering more people, but it's probably overall less households, if you know what I mean. This is more optimally placed to cover more households. It's just that they all happen to be explorers. We could do some upgrading / downgrading to figure that out though, which I would be willing to do. I think we've got the building materials to do it. Yeah, I think it's worth a shot. 'Cause it'd be great if we could just do this in one place. Okay then, so turn this off, put this back where it was, leave it as is, turn this back on, bring these guys back where they came from. because there's nothing down here that technicians need that others don't, right? It's all the same stuff. So you could just downgrade all these. So I would have to check. All right, well, here's what we do. What is it to downgrade? Hold Alt to downgrade buildings instead. All right, now we're losing workforce, but we'll upgrade the ones up here. Just don't want to go way over what I had initially. And I may have already done that, but we'll see. Alright, so it's all the explorers down the bottom. Now as you get further in, we get up to technicians. I used to have it feel like it should be the other way around, but we'll see how this goes. Alright, so the number's increasing, which is good. These can be back up. And we're basically at the number we were before, although it's going to grow over time now. And there's still room, there's still some technicians, or sorry, explorers that can turn into technicians. Alright, sorry for taking so long with this, but I feel like it's kind of interesting to see if we can get this number up higher. We're at 370. I'm just waiting for this to hit number 3. If we compare it globally, the reason I'm hitting global is because it can compare where the bar is. It could kind of come up a bit, maybe, no? The bar doesn't seem to want to move at all. You think it'd be climbing until it reaches like wherever the 3 threshold is, but maybe it'll just jump when it gets there. Don't know. We're up to 382% now. So while we're waiting on that, let's just maybe take a minute, go back over to the old world, sorry, the new world, and we'll see how this is going on. So the championship game is in progress, right? Oh, it's still preparation. Oh no. Ah, crap. They drank all the champagne. I think there's only like 8 minutes left or something. I don't think I can get what we need over quickly enough, but maybe. Is there an item that I can put on this ship to make it go faster? Anything. Movement speed 20%. Let's just, whatever. Just anything for now. Alright, get going. Alright, the airship that I just moved out of here probably didn't need to be. I was just panicking. What are we up to now? 398. We're looking good. Perfect productivity. 399. 400. Still at 2 though. Seems like we will need to go to another island. Alright, anyways, while that's happening, I was hoping to get that extra influence so I can put down the trade union so that I can then start gathering the mail for the other person. So we have to look at where the post office is in this place. It's over here. One of them's over here. So you're going to need a... Yeah, you're going to need a... What's it called? Trade union... Sorry, town hall nearby. There are no town halls here. So we could just get rid of one of the hacienda households. I'm fine with that. Probably actually on this side. 125. Artistas. We got 6,000. I think we'll survive. So that's where we'll put it. There's another one there. So if we need 2 on this island, we can easily do that. We'll just put another town hall here somewhere. And obviously these might move in future. It's just really to get the reports going. I haven't even looked at scooters yet. How are we doing, by the way, for everything else? They're full up again, which is good. Everything here is stable. Everything here is stable. They have their clay pipes. That's good. We're up to 183,000. 188 is when we get our next influence. That was a big fire.
I love the fire service. They help me a lot.
Oh, just be quiet. I feel like she's taunting me. All these houses burned down. She's like, I love the fire service. Yeah, I get it. You're so passive-aggressive, Benty. Whether you realize it or not. He can play all innocent. But we know. Alright, I have no idea where the ship is or if it's going to get here on time.
New orders.
There's 5 minutes to go, so we'll just speed it up. I'll try not to miss that 5-minute mark.
Securing their exit.
But even if we deliver it... Ooh, schnapps has run out here. They also need dynamite sleds and rum, but that's for another day. Dynamite, actually, we make passively. It's an easy enough one to deliver. 431. In fact, if we deliver dynamite now, these houses will grow. And how much will they grow by? 3 per household? Let's just do it. Let's do it.
I couldn't have foreseen this.
I'm going to set up a temporary route. I'm going to call it temp. And a question mark is my giveaway for knowing whether I've forgotten something or not. Alright, so this is going to go from Lusk all the way up to the Arctic. And just straight up deliver dynamite. That's all you're going to do. Okay, and that way we'll boost our population sort of temporarily. Like I have dynamite, enough dynamite, I'm pretty sure, for these guys. If we have a look actually globally, dynamite. Yeah, we produce 4 tons, we consume 1. So we've got enough. And if that's delivered up here, then
can act as windbreaks if need be.
we get 3 extra technicians per household. Doing that obviously then means population rises, the productivity rises, perhaps we generate more Arctic reports, because it's every 3 cycles. If we can get this to a 5th cycle, I think ultimately we need 6 cycles, don't we, to get it where we really needed it. It does look like the bar is climbing, but yeah, it's pretty far. But we'll probably set up on that glacier as well, see how it goes. Alright, how are we doing now? So the ship has not gotten here. 2 minutes to go.
Explosion in one of your factories.
Oh my god, there's a traffic jam down here as well. That's got to be worked on. A lot of these ships just need items to help speed up their loading and unloading speed. And I also need to make a harbor master thing up here, because no one really ever wants to use these. They'd rather queue here, because I guess they assume it's faster. I mean, it obviously must be. There's our champagne. Alright, it's in. 2 minutes, 1 minute 30 to go. Get the last batch of champagne. Come on. Go, go, go. Take forever loading and unloading. The people are waiting. A minute to go. God damn, does loading and unloading take a long time. And they only bring 10, don't they? I feel like it's still not going to be enough.
One step at a time.
We were short 20. Oh, you're killing me with that. 40 seconds to go. Just unload it there. You're basically there. Why do you have to go all the way around? Oh. Oh, the other's arriving right now. Unexpected. Go, 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 go. There's 20 seconds left. Come on. Oh my god, there's a scooter blocking you the fucking way. 7 seconds to go. Yes! Did it. Nailed it. Alright. That was pretty cool. Feels damn good. Alright, that was unexpected seeing it come from the other warehouse. Good job, game. Dividing it up like that. What are you up to now? 434. It seems to have kind of evened out. We've got a ship on the way bringing in the... what's it called? The dynamite. So once that boosts these guys, this should be a little bit better. But even if not, I just have to speed up through time and wait for a little while. I'm waiting for the influence to free up on the championship game, so that's obviously going to take 10 minutes, but times 3, I guess. And then we're waiting on a ship to arrive here from the old world. It's full up on on Arctic. It's full up on dynamite, and it's on the way. In fact, we could probably see it. There it is. It's pretty close to Mudlark 4. Well, let's have a look at what we need to do for scooters. Oh my god. Right, so how many scooter factories am I going to need? We currently produce 1, we consume 4 globally. So we need 3 more of these. We've only got 1 on the island, so we need 3 more at least. 200 artistas each one. And that requires motors, caoutchouc, and pigments. Got it. Alright, let's just pop them down here. Why not? 1, 2, and 3. Now that's actually in a radius, but it's obviously not going to use anything from here. Maybe we should put it somewhere else.
The lights are out.
No, they're not. We can put all 4 together. I don't need to buff them with items, I don't think. This is buffing ironworks. Okay. Don't know if I've got a generalized trade union that just buffs everybody. Chemical plants. What is this called?
Behold the beating heart
Scooter
of change.
factory.
A bit of a coup securing their expertise.
Yeah, not seeing it. Alright, so we'll hop over to, just to redivide our attention again, we'll hop back over here. Bit of a coup securing their expertise, he says. So we have a airship here. We'll go and pick up this person. Again. Arctic reports. There we are. Oh, we already had one. Did I do that twice? Oh, no, we need to anyway. Alright, yep, let's go. Back to the Arctic, back to King William Island, why not? And then we'll see where we have to go from there. Alright, how's the championship game looking? 3 minutes to go on that one. The dynamite should have arrived by now. So technicians are growing. Yep. With the technicians growing, our productivity should be pretty high now. 480 and climbing. Hoping to get that up to 500 at least. And that might be really what we need just to get the new, the Arctic reports. Still on 2, all islands. Yeah, the bar has come up from maybe in the middle. So it is rising, but goddamn it's slow. Production over time, tons per minute. So does that even get stored up here? I'm not really too sure what the deal is. Do we need an airport on this island as well? Oh, you do. I don't think you can. You need an airmail sorting office and an airship platform. We need 50 bricks and 15 more bricks. Ugh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Ready for action.
Trying to think. Bricks. Is there any bricks? No, I wouldn't have brought bricks up here. I don't think you ever need to. Football's over. Alright, head off to Manola. And bring some bricks out there. Okay, so bricks to the Arctic is the next thing. Back to King William Island. The game is over. We should have our extra influence, which means we can start getting the New World reports now.
Victory, camaraderie, t-shirts miraculously disappear.
Awesome. Great. Alright. So now in here we have the New World Science Reporter. Boom. Every 3 cycles we're generating New World reports, and we need 3 cycles as well with this.
What brings you here, Governor?
Now this is up to like in the thousands of percentile, but the problem is the mail is full, so I don't know how that's really going to work. But if we check the sorting office, it should just be gaining. It's already gaining. Excellent. Can drop in these orchard items for later use. Alright, give me these bricks. Let's send them to the Arctic as well, just so that you've got loads. Now, the only other thing I can think to do is, do we have another one of those ladies for the New World? I don't think we need her, but just in case. Oh, well, you do, and I said I didn't want to move it, because stubbornness. Alright, well, she's moving over now. Alright. Alright. We're almost done. It's been really chaotic and messy, but we're almost there. You might want to look away for a moment. Don't tell me. So, what I'm thinking as well is like you could cram in some extra houses here on the sides. We just need to deliver the heat. And I can bring the heat. Don't you worry. Alright, so that's nice and hot for everybody. There's so many here that could be technicians as well. But I think we've got every technician in here. The only one we don't is this one, so you can downgrade. But yep, every other technician household is in coverage of this post office. So, not much we could do there. But we could just move other households that aren't in range into this little area we've just created. They should be in range of the canteens and stuff. I dare say there's almost no need for this anymore up here. Yeah. I wouldn't mind maybe just getting rid of that area and moving all these houses. In fact, let's just do it. Let's just get rid of these. See if it affects anything. So that cuts all the heat away from the zone. Don't need that anymore. So the ones without heat, it's a couple here. So 4 houses there, 2 houses here. That's it. Let's just delete them. Still have more than enough workforce for everything, so we're totally fine. Don't know if you can ever regrow the trees in this area. Because that'd be kind of nice if you could. Anyway. Oh, you could with these buildings, actually. Alright, so we've downsized, and that means we have more goods to go around, and we've moved more people in within radius of this. We're over 500 now, which is the target I was aiming for. I did say 600 would be nice, but I think that's just too much. Unless everyone was a technician, I don't think I can do that.
Ready to fly.
Bricks are here. So, we've got the space now. For what? An airship platform. Hey, how convenient is that? Oh, fits just perfect. Okay. And then we'll add on the airmail sorting office module. Now I've got another dock, essentially, for ships to come in here, which is good.
What'll it be?
Alright, and there we can see it. 79 Arctic reports. So it looks like it was storing it up, actually. I just assumed it wasn't. So that's pretty good. So where's that ship, actually? The small one. Did I send it back to... I can't remember what I did with it. I thought I sent it up here with bricks, didn't I? Is it just not gotten here yet? Oh, it's here. I think I was going to get bricks, but we don't need to do that now. Alright, let's try set up this route. Create a route. Airship route. We'll start in the New World. Manola. We're going to pick up New World reports. Then we're going to go to the Arctic. Can I do this? I don't even know if I can do this. Oh, you bastard. Okay. We'll go to the Old World, I guess. Swords. Drop off our
Still so many
New World
adventures
reports.
out there for us.
Then we'll go to the Arctic. To load Arctic reports? But then, if I want to go to this island to pick up Arctic reports, isn't it going to remove them? This is what I don't get with mail. I hate the mail system. It's so bad. I'm sorry if I'm being bad, but I just don't get it. Like, it's so flippin' weird. Alright, you can do that instead anyway.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived. This city is a magnet for genius.
Okay, so we've got a ship doing it now anyway. So we're picking up our first New World reports. I suppose really, in thinking about it,
A renowned personage
one thing
has
I can do to
arrived.
change this route, seeing as you can't pick up from 2 places anyway, so you might as well just fill the whole ship, right? So we'll go Manola, you pick up everything. Arctic, you pick up everything. And that's it. Now, the only thing I can think of doing that's different is if I want to set up on Steindelsbreen. Let's turn this back down to normal. So on Steindelsbreen, we could maybe get the rest of the mail that I'm looking for, or we could do it on this one, Hopefell. This is a bit more contained in one area, so it might be easier, actually. It's 2 post offices. It's an Arctic Lodge already next to a post office, which is good. And this provides us with 15% workforce. So we could get rid of that, change it for the Arctic person, turn this on. Ah, this requires explorers.
Yes, of course.
So one of these needs to be downgraded. 2 of them need to be downgraded. Okay, so now we've got 200 extra workforce. We're going to take the item out of here. Bonk. That brings us back just to 56. So it's a significant drop. But that's okay. And then this will need a... So it has an airship platform, but it's not the same one we need, right? That's a sky trading post. We need an airship platform. Limited to 1 per island. Does this attach? It does. It does. Okay, that's good. Airmail sorting office can go there. Alright, cool. So in that case, we just need to deliver some bricks over. Alright, we'll just fly up with the bricks. Oh, actually, just before you go any further, bring her with you.
Sky's the limit.
Alright, so we're flying here. We're going to drop the lady into the lodge.
Is there something wrong with the...
There's one space for her anyway. It's already here. We're going to build the thing that makes the reports, and then we have to set up on the route. I don't know if this will really work, but let me see. You go to King William Isle. I would say no. You go here, then you go to King William Isle. So we'll move this one up. Hopefell. Hopefell, load. Arctic reports. At King William Isle, it'll unload Arctic reports and then load again. I can't not unload. It has to. So that works, right? We're picking up from the glacier. We're dropping it off, but it shouldn't disappear, right? I think it stays. Why wouldn't it? It doesn't change into regional mail or something like that. It should just be okay. If it doesn't, I've got a real issue. Well, I don't have a real issue. It means I just need another ship on this route, probably. But we'll see if this works. I'm going to have to track it, see how it's going. So, where are you now? It's on its way. So we're going to have to keep an eye on what it does, because I don't really know how it's going to work. Where's our big fat ship? It's almost here. So in theory, it's going to be coming to this island first and actually not really picking up anything. Alright. So that's going to be our post office generating a little extra. Not much, though, to be quite honest, because of where the post office was placed. You can actually play both post offices, but if you ever move them, I think the radiuses say no, you can't do that.
Oh,
But because they were already in position, we're allowed to do it. Does that mean that they extended? Yeah, see, it says overlapping radius in the bottom right. So, what? It's like one per... So does that mean that the radius of this is vastly increased now overall? Maybe. Well, I'm about to find out. So I've deleted those two.
That should draw anything else. Then I'll send
And
it
we'll put
out.
down a fresh post office. If we can find it. Where the hell is it? Am I totally blind? What? I must be just blind. I have to go through this one by one then. I'm totally like losing my mind here. So heater, timber, pemmican, ranger station, sleeping bags, oil, snaps, and Arctic forest. Oh, you can paint the forest. That's good. Technicians. Airship platform. Is it in there? No. Harbor. Oh, it's... Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for the red symbol because in the old world it's red, not green. My bad. Okay, at least it's there. I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, we're back over the island. So, post office. So, I'm hoping that this has increased range. No, it doesn't. So, how are you supposed to do this, then? They have to be, like, on extreme far ends. My point here is, if you look at the green on the road, the technicians are going to say, like, hey, I'm not close enough. But I'm going to be telling them, like, well, I can't have these buildings too close to each other. One used to be there and one used to be there. I wonder if you put one down and then turned it off. Can you put another one down? No, you're still overlapping radius. So we would have to go over here and have a road. That's insane. That is crazy how much that's changed. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is just move these for a second. Get this in here. So it's pretty much encompassing everybody, but not everybody is going to have full range to the post office now. Ah. good point, though, would be... Well, actually, no, everyone is technicians here. So yeah, they're only going to have 40% distance. That's so ridiculous. That's so broken now, isn't it? Am I wrong to say, use such a ludicrous word like broken? But it does feel like that is broken. I'll have to redesign this island anyway. But, oh man, I wasn't keeping track. So how's this going? It's after taking 95 out. That seems good. So it's on the way home. Can't even see it. I think it does make this journey quite quick. There it is. Yeah, it's pretty fast. That's good. At 3 tons per minute, I think you can easily, like, sustain everything that's happening. Alright, yeah, so this is what the time lapses are going to be for, like redesigning an island like this now with the post office in mind. So I've turned the post office back on. It's now hopefully going to generate the reports. This is within its range. So the rule is I need an Arctic Lodge with the correct item in it. That needs a post office within it, but not overlapping one of the other post offices. And also then these are now too far away from said post office. This one's actually close enough. That's good. This one isn't, though. Because of the road break here, probably.
Not enough people signed up.
Insufficient workforce. What's your workforce? Why are you at 19? Oh. Everyone else has everything on, right? Should do. Okay, so that little extra mail should help these guys get to the workforce they need to be at. Is that enough local mail even just for these guys? Let's see. Mail. Local mail. Oh, I didn't mean all islands. Whoops. Uh, 3/1, I think that's correct. Okay, good. Alright, there it is. And the route continues. So now it's going back to the new world to do the same thing. Alright, let's check the old world and see. Now that it's delivered, our scholars should be quite happy. That's 2 of their more complicated things delivered.
That's dandy.
5 extra scholars per household and 9 extra research points generated per minute. Same with this. They're at 4 out of 5 already. So there you go. Done. Easy as that. Yeah, scooters will be the next thing. And that's a tricky one to do. This took much longer than I thought, though, so the episode's going to have to be kind of wrapping up in a minute. And I'll need to work this area out. Now, ultimately, the good news is, excuse me, we have far too many technicians anyway now. So what I'll do is, we'll just downgrade another house, just to keep it even. Because they seem to be having problems. They're declining. Not too sure what they had before that makes them decline now. We have tons of hot sauce. I just haven't set up the logistics for it yet because obviously they're a different class and we're doing class by class. So, yep, it's going to take another in-between episode job, but I'll be deleting all the houses we don't need and then like pushing them closer together to make sure that they have they're next to the post office effectively. I just find that very strange now. It's a strange system. Mail is such a weird system. It's the only DLC in the game like I'm just not happy with. Because I generally just like almost everything they've ever done in this game, but that one just feels now really out of place, like super out of place. We have another Arctic log down here because it's boosting these 2. And that's fine. If we wanted to boost more gas, we could go up to one of these at some point. The nice thing actually is if we reduce down all these different houses and stuff, we might actually then have room for another glacier in the future to get more gas. Or at the very worst, I've got what I need to just make another Arctic Lodge and cover just the 1 or 2 buildings that I'm not covering already. Same goes for this island, right? So we have an Arctic Lodge covering the gas, I think. Yep, so it has what it needs there. This one doesn't. Oh, this one does. Oh, good. But this one doesn't, for sure. And it's destroyed. So that's good. So it needs 20 wood. I'll have to get on that. In fact, let's just do that now, otherwise I'll forget. And we'll get that gas up and running again. Gas must have fallen below what we need then. Yeah, it has. Okay. That's the one thing that will bother me with this is reaching all the goods and being self-sufficient and everything is going to be great, but there's always going to be the chance that some stuff just explodes. And even if you reduce the chances with items and things, it still happens. So it's like you can't totally walk away and leave it forever, which will always slightly bother me. This must have happened recently though, so it's not too bad. Alright, we're back online. So yeah, this one doesn't have its item because it's only covering 2 extraction nodes, gas deposits. I couldn't get the third one in there for the radius, it's too small. But with the extra technicians, it could just build another one, right? Actually, thinking about it. 200, we've got more than we need now. Didn't even think about that.
Stand back.
Cool. I mean, it took a lot to do that, just to get 1 extra mine. But now, gas-wise, we're over the 8 mark. So we'll produce more than we consume. Previously, it was like dead even. Right, so let's hop back down to the old world. Let's check on our scholars and see how they're getting on with their reports. And if I really wanted to, maybe we could just have a look at reports in here. Nope. Let's check the thing then instead. So there we are. So 5463. I'll just be like curious, you know, obviously if these numbers are gaining rather than falling. They should be gaining. So let's have a look at Arctic reports. So yeah. Oh, we're just slightly under what we need. So, and it's fluctuating for some reason. I'm not sure why it would be doing that. I think it might be filling up on the glacier. But that's a tough problem to solve, isn't it? Jeez. How harsh are you going to be? Oh, it's not filling up there. It must be filling up down here, which is stopping production then for a bit. Maybe we need a bigger ship delivering more. Or just 2 separate routes rather than trying to do 2 at once. That'd probably be the solution, I guess.
Or if you don't want it,
I'm probably skimping out on the ships a little bit when I don't need to be. So if we have a look at our office again. Well, now I'm kind of confused. I don't understand why it would be fluctuating. So Arctic reports are at 5.
you might want to look away for a moment.
Oh, because the local mail is full. Oh, come off it. That's what was happening in the New World. I don't know how much of a problem that is, because they're consuming the mail themselves, but they're producing more than they consume themselves, so you have to ship that somewhere. I suppose you could ship that regionally between the islands. Oh, mail is such a nightmare. Alright, well, I'll start. You know what I'm going to do? Just at the very end of this episode, we'll hop over to the New World. We'll queue up building a couple of these little ships. They don't have weapons or anything. So we'll make 4 of these. Why the hell not? And then I'll start working out, like, sending them between these islands. They're nice and quick. They're doing small volume. They're just going to be moving mail. And I'll give them all those loader items as well, so that'll make them move faster and load faster. And that way, we can pick up the mail here. We can send it into Hopefell, or we can send it overseas, right? Overseas mail is worth a lot. So if we sent it out of King William Island down to Swords, that'd probably be quite ideal. But I also would like to be able to do regional mail. People have said in the comments, like, you know, you're trying to do every good for every island. Maybe don't bother with the regional and overseas mail for everybody. I'm starting to kind of think that that might be the case, because it is nasty. Not only do you have to set up a million routes to do it, the routes can't hit multiple islands, and it means that every island needs its own airship platform, and they basically each need a ship each. So it's a bit like, I just don't necessarily think I need to do that. I'd like to. I'll try to do it for the biggest islands and then see, like, what would it take for the smaller ones. But at the moment it seems like, yeah, maybe just try to feed the biggest ones with their overseas mail, like these guys, you know. And that way they get overseas mail, they grow by 25. The population benefits the most from delivering it overseas rather than delivering it to regional. So I think that's probably what I would try. People did mention as well that Cape Trelawney to the old world acts as regional mail. It doesn't act as overseas, which is kind of interesting as well. Alright, I think that's going to have to be it. So at least, even though it was a little awkward, we did generate a bunch of new influence for us. That was the highlight of the episode, I would say. These guys are almost done now, you know. They have their New World reports and Arctic reports. I just need to tweak the Arctic ones just slightly. We're just slightly under what we need to make. But I can do that. I can fix that between episodes just by moving some buildings. Scooters will be the next thing, so I threw down the appropriate amount of buildings that we'll need. But we obviously haven't sorted out the production of them. But we have 1,000 here, so we could easily deliver it, but we won't be making enough pigments or caoutchouc or motors even now. So if we want to just see what we're in store for in the next one, if we have a look at motors, oh my god, we're actually really close. That's not bad at all. Wow. Holy crap. I can't believe we're that close. That's really good. I thought it was going to be like, oh, you need like 5 more of these buildings. That's really, really generous. All right, what about caoutchouc? What? Okay. Hang on a second. And then pigments. Okay, that one's where I expect it to be. So what's required for pigments? Saltpeter and minerals. Alright, we'll do this in the next episode. That's easy. The thing I thought would be definitely the hardest was going to be the motors. We've got the big fat motor area over here. It looks like all I'd have to do is put down like one more building and then obviously just make sure we have enough celluloid, electrical cable, and steel. But yeah, we'll do all that in the next one. I don't think it'll be as bad as I was initially thinking it would be. Alright, that's going to have to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and please do let me know if you got any feedback about the mail system or you want to help me out there. Go for it, and I'll see you in the next one.